Oh, oh, oh. Got you by my side in the glide. Window down, let the whole world slide. Late night run through the food spot lane. Chrome on shine, but we stay plain. You laugh like the moon got a secret. I pull you close, say baby keep it. Oh, they type fast, but we move slow. They talk loud, but they don't know what we built in the real time glow. Hand in hand, let the whole thing show. Smooth flex, smooth flex. We alive, we blessed. Smooth flex, smooth flex. They can lie, we just press. Smooth flex, smooth flex. Ooh, you and me, no stress. Oh. Cruise past the block with a fresh cut vibe. Your hand on mine, and the night feel like they on YouTube with a mean mouth grin. Spit fake news, but it don't get in. Same old hate in a new disguise. We sip that joy with our own two eyes. Let them chase frames and empty clouds. We in the lane, they can't figure out. They type fast, but we move slow. They talk loud, but they don't know what we built in the real time glow. Hand in hand, let the whole thing show. Smooth flex, smooth flex. We alive, we blessed. Smooth flex, smooth flex. They can lie, we just press. Smooth flex, smooth flex. Ooh, you and me, no stress. Let them scroll, let them stare. We got love in the air. One more turn, one more kiss. Tell me who could hate on it. You got me. That's the only path I need. Smooth flex. We alive, we blessed. Smooth flex, smooth flex. They can lie, we just press. Smooth flex, smooth flex. You and me. No stress. I won't feed the fire, I won't give it no light. They be talking on YouTube, but I'm sleeping at night. Let them lie, let them hate, let them type what they do. I don't argue with the fake, I got bigger to pursue. I won't feed the fire, I won't give it no flame. They won't plot on my name, I won't play that game. Let them watch, let them talk, let them do what they do. I'm too busy getting blessed, I ain't answering you, yeah, man, I'm heated, they capping. Got my name in they title, thumbnail lies, fake smoke, trying to make me go viral. I should jump in the comments, let the whole truth breathe. Cook them live on their channel, make them choke on receipts. Nah, there's bait in the water, they just fishing for rage. Every click that you give them, putting food on their plate. Silence hit different when the lion need noise. Your piece worth more than entertaining them boys. But they dragging my image, got the people confused. If I don't say nothing, then it look like it's true. Real ones study behavior, they can see who is who. When the clown need attention, let this circus stay full. Truth don't pay it, get chill. Lies run laps in the rush. Why you wrestling with pigs when you allergic to more? I won't feed the fire, I won't give it no light. They be talking on YouTube, but I'm sleeping at night. Let them lie, let them hate, let them type what they do. I don't argue argue with the fate. I got bigger to pursue. I won't feed the fire, I won't give it no flame. They won't cloud out my name, I won't play that game. Let them watch, let them talk, let them do what they do. I'm too busy getting blessed, I ain't answering you. Still my pride, wanna swing, make a string, press go, break down every fake word, expose all they smoke. I can flame them with facts, had a chat, yelling cook, have them sweating on camera with that shook face look. And what? Temporary high, but your spirit feel taxed, you'll be carrying trash. That ain't yours on your back, they broke inside, so they throw stones that shine. Don't rent space in your mind to a tenant that lies. So I'm supposed to just chill, why they mention my name? No, don't elevate, build bigger, make success be the flame. Let consistency talk, let the blessings respond. When they searching for drama, let them only find growth. Damn, yeah. Start with fees on attention. Some battles ain't won by war, just by refusal to listen. Oh, I won't feed the fire, I won't give it no light. They be talking on YouTube, but I'm sleeping at night. Let them lie, let them hate, let them type what they do. I don't argue with the fate, I got bigger to pursue. I won't feed the fire, I won't give it no flame. They won't cloud on my name, I won't play that game. Let them watch, let them talk, let them do what they do. I'm too busy getting blessed, I ain't answering you.
Shout out to Drop Squad TV. Shout out to y'all, man. Happy Wednesday. Hope all is doing well with everybody. Appreciate y'all pulling up to the show. Yes, we are live from the basement. Your host with the most, JB2 Reactions, bringing y'all this Wednesday afternoon content. All right. What up? What up, KTC? What's going on? What's going on? G Mama Body. Wait a minute. You cooking Salisbury steaks, mashed potatoes, and string beans. I was supposed to make it on Sunday. Well, hey, you can have it whenever you like, though, G Mama Body. Hey, Felicia, how you doing? See, that's the good thing about even a meal like that, though, G Mama Body. You can have it any day of the week that your heart desires. It don't designate it on Sundays, though, but I get you. You supposed to have made it, but you made it now. But I bet you're going to enjoy it no matter what day it is. That meal, I don't care if that meal made on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. I'm going to enjoy that. Now, the only thing that I was looking for, where the bread? What the dinner rolls? You know, it got to be some dinner rolls around here now, G Mama Body. At least some dinner rolls. You know what I'm saying? At least some dinner rolls. Yeah, at least some dinner rolls. But hey, some people don't eat bread, so it is what it is, right? So anyhow, the internet has been on fire with Kevin Hart and this white comedian. I don't even know who the hell he is. I mean, for real. I'm trying to be. Have y'all heard about this white dude, Tony? I don't know nothing about this white man, but apparently he been on out there. He's been doing this thing, and he has his own platform, right? So here's the thing, even with that. Even though people should not, to me, and I'm gonna just speak for myself, I don't care about, I don't too much care for those racist jokes, because I feel like when people talk like that, they just really trying to mask it as a joke, but they actually telling you how they really feel about you, but they just trying to joke with you about it and everything. I just don't get down with that. You know what I'm saying? I feel like you shouldn't have to tell a joke to say how you really feel anyway. Now, if you just joking and it's literally a joke, people could tell when you actually making an honest joke and it's funny versus you're saying things in malice to try to get a rise out of people. It's a difference, right? Now, Latanya, shout out to Latanya Phillips, Fisher Channel. But Latanya had listened in on the show, well, on the vertical live that I did before I even went to work, right? And I'm gonna read to y'all what she said. Cause I mean, here's the thing. We can't sit up here and act like Kevin was the one that said it. Right? He didn't say it. Now, this is what Latanya said. Latanya said, "You're right, JB. Kevin can't control what comes out of another person's mouth. But the moment he said Mr. Floyd's name, it should have been a mic cut lights, cut faster than when Janet Jackson got cut off at the Super Bowl when she had that nip slip." Now, I can agree with that. Now, to add to that, what you just said, though, Latanya, they took out 18 jokes that they was telling on the, on the roast or whatever, right? So then ask yourself this then, right? Why wouldn't they take that joke out that the white man Tony had to say about George Floyd? Now, this is, to me, my opinion, right? The rhyme or reason of why people are, most definitely and rightfully so. We saw everywhere. It was all on the news everywhere. How them police put their knee on that man's neck. That man cried out to his mama. That man cried out to his mama, bro. Why the police officer's knee is and why he pressing his weight, his knee is on the back of his neck. The whole world got the chance to see that. To me, I just don't understand how you would even want to fix your mouth to even joke about something like that when that sparked outrage like no other. I'm sorry. It's just certain things I just can't joke about because that's not funny. It's not funny. That man called out to his mama. That man knew that his life was over with right then and there when the police did what they did to him. They didn't have to do that, but they did. And as a black man, if you say you was there for his family when it happened to him, then Kevin Hart, then my thing is, where is the loyalty at the end? Why would you just say, hey, excuse me? You know what I'm saying? Like, just because you didn't say it, okay, cool. It's like, bro, you're not going to hold him accountable for what he said? Because guess what? If you would have made a certain joke about a white person while they dead, and you would have went over the top with it, they would have been trying to cancel your black ass. Let's not sit up here and joke with each. Let's not sit up here and play games with each other like that. See, and people sit up here and say, well, man, y'all too sensitive about it. And it ain't got nothing to do with being sensitive, bro. Everybody don't play the same way when it comes down to certain jokes. Okay, fine. You may be one out of a million that may like jokes like that. But I'm not one of those million that does. And I'm going to speak about that because, again, to me, to even joke about that is not ever funny. I wouldn't even fix my mouth to even utter a joke about George Floyd. I wouldn't utter my mouth to say a joke about Charlie Kirk. I wouldn't utter myself to make a joke about no one that is deceased. For what? They gone. They not here to hear. They not here to defend themselves. So I don't get anything up out of that. But that's just me. To each his own. But I'm speaking my opinion. How you see it is how you see it. But damn that. I don't like even too much trying to hear jokes like that. You feel what I'm saying? Like, not for real. Exactly, KTC. That was big. That whole thing was big. The way it happened, and then it was on it, you seeing it on the body cam footage of how it all took place and everything, and you don't think that people is not gonna feel a way about anyone joking about that? And then, like I said, Kevin Hart, you said that you supported George Floyd's family when that happened. So then, to me, that's really a blatant slap in the face, bro. What you do all that then for? PR? So you can make sure that you had your name right there so people can say, oh, well, Kevin Hart, he donated to George Floyd's family now. Y'all cut him some slack. He did donate to him now. What? So that's where it stops at then, huh? Like, get the fuck out of here. Yeah, okay. All right. So anyway, shout out to Forgotten Kings TV. He posted this 7 hours ago. Good afternoon, Uncle Will. How you doing? Now, D.L. Hughley calls out Kevin Hart behind all of this, and he gives a thorough breakdown, you know. And again, shout out to Forgotten Kings TV for putting this together. No, this is not of my own content. Fair use allows me to give commentary on said video. Salute to you, EV. I see you in the building. This is for entertainment purposes only and educational as well.
But you and that production were able to take 18 jokes away out of the program so that people not seeing the live feed wouldn't see it. So if you could do that for them, why didn't this happen? And I suspect it is the same reason. People wanted ratings. People wanted controversy. And now you have it.
Yo, what's up? This bruh man from the fifth floor. And you tuned in to Forgotten Kings TV.
Yesterday, Kevin Hart stopped past the Breakfast Club to address the controversy behind the Kevin Hart roast on Netflix. That's right, y'all. As we've seen in these last few weeks, several people have taken to social media to call out Kevin Hart for allowing comedian Tony Hinchcliffe to tell this disgusting joke about George Floyd during his roast. Now, again, we understand how these roasts operate.
Now, imagine this, though, ladies and gentlemen. Can you pull that roast up right now? Nope. Because the minute that you play that, now I know it's on Netflix, but notice ain't nobody gonna play that on here because it's too vile. I finally went on and listened to what he said, and okay, yeah, it was very distasteful, but like, I'm not gonna blow up or anything like that. I ain't gonna blow up the world and all this and that, you know, and talking about, yeah, he got to go and all this and that. I might not go that far with it, but that still don't mean that I approve of what he said. Excuse me. Okay, cool. We know how he really feels any goddamn way. Moving on, right? That's how I look at people like that. You show me what you really is. If you got a history of that type of thing, all right, cool. You just showed me who you is. Now it's just time to move on.
You get what I mean? Comedians participating, they're telling jokes for the sake of shock factor or shock value. You get what I mean? But in this case, we're talking about George Floyd, right? Understanding what happened, what the world witnessed on that video as this man's life was taken, it sparked so many protests. You get what I mean? Because again, this fight has been going on for centuries when it comes to the mistreatment of.
But Kevin Hart did his part. He made sure to donate to George Floyd's family. So we got to take it easy on Kevin Hart now, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, we got to take it easy on him, okay? Because like I said, he did do a good deed, and he did look out for George Floyd's family in their time of need. So, you know.
Black people in this country. And it's important that you know your history, right? Understanding that, okay, Kevin, you know, you are successful, right? But that doesn't excuse you from not understanding the reason as to why something like this cannot be tolerated. All right. According to Kevin, he says that this is the brand, Tony Hinchcliffe's brand of comedy. Now, again, if you're not familiar with Tony, and I'll be the first to admit, I really wasn't familiar with him. After you,
I don't know this man from a can of paint. I don't know this man. So then that's even worse then, because he working with a dude that he knows for a fact when he tells his jokes, he has certain type of views towards the blacks. Wow, that's that, man. No, I ain't, man. Look here, Joker, you can't. I ain't even about to play with you like that. You can't joke with me like that. Fuck that. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know this man. I don't know nothing about his jokes, but when you look him up, it gives you, some videos about him or whatever. But I don't, man, please.
you do your research, you realize he has a track record of doing these things, telling these type of jokes. Now, again, according to Kevin, this is Tony's brand of comedy. But if you do your homework and understand, going all the way back to the 19th century, we talk in the days of the minstrel show,
They blowing them up. They blowing them up, Uncle Will, because I promise you, I don't know nothing about no Tony Hillcliffe or Heathcliff or whatever the fuck his last name is. I don't know nothing about him. Shit, like we gonna sit up and be trying to listen to his comedy show or something. I know other white boys that's way more funnier and that I tune into and listen to. He ain't one of them. Shit, and if he's sitting up there telling racist jokes about black people any damn way, I really ain't gonna listen to him.
Understand these tactics have been, constantly used, but now in 2026, they, have been evolved. You get what I mean? So now we can tell these type of jokes depicting black folk a certain way, right? Through the sake of a roast. Now, like I said, you have to understand the history to know why something like this should not be allowed within, the space of comedy or just in general, because something like this is not a joking matter. And the fact that Kevin, try to justify it, under the sake of just comedy and not policing comedy. Listen, man, he dropped the ball massively, right? Immediately in the comments.
You know what, Sensei, I totally agree with you on that. In my opinion, I think Kevin Hart then sold his soul for clickbait, for clicks and views. That's just my personal opinion, because his business is not booming as it once was in the very beginning. So Kevin Hart is trying to, at this point now, he on some controversial shit right now. But see, here's the thing, even with that though, Kevin Hart, I heard you on the Breakfast Club say that how you looked out for George Floyd's family when that happened to him, right? So think about how I'm looking at this, right? You saw how that went down your own self, Kevin Hart. You mean to tell me that that's okay for that white man to sit up there and joke about that? Boy, and just because you ain't been popping lately, let's just be honest. Kevin Hart ain't been popping lately. If we gonna be honest with each other around here, ladies and gentlemen, Kevin Hart, the only time he was even popping anyway is when he was hanging out with Cassinet and Drewski. They brought him back to life because they already got their own thing going. Y'all know Drewski off the chain. Come on, man. Look. Kevin Hart is grasping for straws. He's trying to stay relevant, ladies and gentlemen. But, man, Kevin, your time has passed, bro. It's somebody else's turn, and it ain't yours no more. You got in, you came and got some money, cool. Hopefully you made some good investments or whatever. If not, it's still cool. hey, you did it your way. It is what it is. But I think it's your time is up, bro. That's just my opinion because, again, and this is just my own opinion, I never found you funny.
Section, several people called out Kevin Hart, for tap dancing and acting as if he doesn't understand why this is serious and why so many people stood on code by calling out Tony Hinchcliffe and this joke. Now, for the record, it was reported that several jokes were removed from the roast. However, the George Floyd joke remained. Now, moments ago, D.L. Hughley, he took to IG to respond to Kevin Hart justifying what Tony Hinchcliffe did at the roast. Listen, y'all know how we do. Like this video, hype this video. Let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below. Again, do you agree?
Now, wait a minute. I'm not mad at nobody. I ain't mad at Kevin Hart, and I ain't mad at the white man. I'm not mad. Look, Bumble Twist. I'm not mad. I have no reason to be mad at this white man for what? I don't listen to him anyway. I didn't even know who he was until all of this broke. I don't know nothing about this man. I don't care for them type of jokes anyway. So, like I said, I wouldn't listen to him. I don't know nothing about him. I don't know nothing about him. So that's just my position with it. Again, I hate nobody. That white man got the right to say what he want to say. I mean, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? I don't care. But I will call this part on now. I still think that Kevin Hart should have checked him a little bit behind making a joke with George Floyd. I think that's still out of bounds. I'm still gonna call the thing a thing. I'm drinking on some Corona, Uncle Will, and I got a little Crown. I'm polishing up the last of it right now. Yeah. Well, I mean, people say that they was mad at Kevin it wasn't Kevin's fault. Now Bumble Twist, I can't say that it was Kevin's fault. I'm not going that far with it to say that it was Kevin's fault. I'm not saying that. He can't control what another person says about a mouth, right? He can't control that. So I'm not that oblivious and gonna act like he can stop that. He had nothing to do with that. Oh, you want some Jameson, Uncle Will? Yeah, that's what's up. And even though Eddie Murphy was funny, Eddie Murphy most definitely was funny. Red Fox. I'm still gonna say Red Fox. Richard Pryor with them damn dirty jokes he used to tell. Them jokes that made my mama tell me to excuse me, go up in the room while she plays some goddamn Richard Pryor, because you know Richard Pryor, he'll cut up. Every goddamn time Richard Pryor just cut up. That's just what he did. And the language was just all off the chain. But shit, it still don't mean that I wasn't listening to it. I just couldn't be all right there in front of my mama's face while she listening to some Richard Pryor. That wasn't happening, but still the good old days.
Agree with the response that Kevin gave, right, at the Breakfast Club, or do you disagree, right? Do you think people are valid in calling out Kevin Hart for allowing, essentially normalizing this type of behavior within our space? You know what I mean? When it comes to comedy, because again, people are not wrong for calling something like this out, right? Because we don't want to allow, or should I say normalize this type of behavior.
Well, I mean, is you making money? See, ladies and gentlemen, let me not, because I do understand it is a business, right? Is Kevin Hart making some money with this white man or something, and he just refused to call him out? What do he got something over Kevin or something like that? Like, I'm really trying to figure this on out. Is they making money together? Is they in business together? Because even if you is in business with this man, look, it's still what I mean, what, he still can't get called out? Like, bro, come on, bro. You know, to me, you make your own self though, Kevin Hart, look contradicting yourself, because in one breath you say, I helped George Floyd family when he died, but now you with a white man at that, and he says that joke, but instead of you taking that joke up out of it, you leave it in. So what is this? Is this a play to help your fellow comedian to get to a certain point or something? Because again, I'm trying to really figure this on out. Is you playing in people's faces? That's what it seemed like to me. In my opinion, it seemed like y'all playing for clicks and views.
Considering that we're still fighting a system that pretends like they don't understand what they've been doing for the past century plus. So again, y'all let me know your thoughts. I'm done with the yapping. Make sure to like the video, hype the video, and yeah, let's play the clip.
Tasteful joke to our culture, to our audience, but our audience that's watching the roast, if you're watching the roast, you get why they're doing it. You get why.
I'm sorry, Kevin. I didn't watch the roast, so I can't critique anything that I didn't watch. But it's not really about me trying to critique the roast, right? Let's say if it is a roast battle or whatever, right? It's supposed to be you against another individual. And in a roast, you normally keep it within bounds with that person. Or even if you go outside that person and say some other shit, okay, cool, but you keeping it still within that person. What my problem with all that is, what the hell did George Floyd joke had to even be involved with y'all roast in the first place? Did the white man do that on purpose to see if he could get a reaction up out of Kevin Hart or something? I mean, what? And then it was supposed to, like, because I'm really trying to figure that part on out.
And the racial humor is on the table. Like, it's not, I wasn't shocked. Like, that's what they do. Go look at the Tom Brady one. Like, that's what they do. It happens every year when they do a roast. It's not new. This isn't it's not a new agenda. It's not a new approach to comedy.
Do you feel like Tony Hinchcliffe went too far when he made that joke about George Floyd?
It's Tony Hinchcliffe.
Yeah.
Like, I don't like.
Wait, that was your time right there, though, Kevin. That was your time right there to say, yes, he did go too far with the joke. That was the best you could do to say, yeah, that was Tony, and hey, that was him. What? Bro, come on, man. Come on. Man, this is wild as hell right here. That was his chance to call it out right then and there once Charlamagne asked him the question. That was the most perfect time to thank you, Charlamagne, for asking him that goddamn question and this lame ass answer that he gives.
I don't expect less. I don't expect more.
I feel like you're saying going too far is the point. I don't want to put words in your mouth.
Yes, I mean, that's why you're there. Mm-hmm. I don't get affected by the attempt of humor. I get it, right? In this case, like,
why would you be? Wait a minute, Kevin Hart, stop it, man. First off, why is you playing in people's face, Kevin Hart? Why would you get offensive per se when the joke wasn't even about you, it was about George Floyd? See how these people would try to play in your goddamn face? The joke was about George Floyd is what everybody is talking about. We already understand you wouldn't get all offensive and be all mad because it wasn't about you. What's the word, Marlo? Man. And then be acting like people don't be seeing and knowing what the fuck y'all be doing. Never mind. Let me shut up.
Do more. It's my production. We're live. The more is what? Like what is it that you expect me? You want me to take a live production and stand up and fight Tony or have?
Yes. We wanted you to stand up and slap that white boy and tell him to shut up. And don't you ever make a joke like that again. Yes. Now, if you want my honest opinion, then Kevin Hart, I'm going to give you my honest opinion. I want you to stand up on that white boy and just slap the shit out of him. Watch your goddamn mouth. This is my goddamn production. Yeah, keep making money. Yeah, you need the people for the money to keep getting made, though, old Carlos. People will shut his ass the fuck down.
Reaction, like Tony told a joke. It wasn't a tasteful joke to us. We didn't like it. Okay. Hey, man, fuck that joke. We move on. I don't understand why we stand on a hill and it becomes like this big thing of like,
hey, Kevin Hart, you stupid son of a bitch. So you didn't see what everybody else saw with George Floyd then, huh? You didn't see, just like everybody else saw, how that officer had his knee on the back of his neck while he called out to his mama. What the hell is you talking about? You know, and you right, KTC, he let it be very clear that the money was more important than his integrity in the first place.
oh man, they do this and they're attacking the culture. It doesn't have to be that. It literally is either you're a fan of this level of content or you're not. My rebuttal is simplicity. Remove me from it. I didn't say it. If you are.
No, we're not going to remove you from it, Kevin, because it's your production, remember? So your hands is all up in it, no matter what. What, wait a minute. Hold on, ladies and gentlemen. What do Kevin Hart means remove me from what he said? It's your production. You're doing the roast. So your name is all over it, sir. Exactly, Marlo. He could have edited that joke out, but he chose to keep it in. So I don't know who you think you fooling. See, Kevin Hart is on the ass end of things, ladies and gentlemen. Allegedly, Kevin Hart is hurting right now, and he trying to make a little comeback right now.
Upset that the night went on. That's a different conversation. It's nothing I can do. It's a production. It's a live production. I'm not compromising the live production for a reaction of what? What do you want me to do? I'm gonna drag him off? You want me to?
I don't give a damn. I don't give a fuck if it was live, Carlos. I would have rather him. He didn't have to put his hands on him. Now I was just playing around with that. But I still would have respected it if Kevin Hart would have pumped his brakes like, hey, come on, Tony. That's going a little bit too far. He could edit it after the fact, dummy. Why you calling me dumb? They took already out 18 jokes, Carlos. So the point is, after they did their show, they took out them 18 jokes that they didn't want to stay up in, but they so happened to leave that joke with the white man Tony had said about George Floyd is the point. Okay. Well, the people, look, somebody would have recorded it anyway, though, Carlos. Dummy. Why you trying to keep calling me a damn dummy? I don't care nothing about what you watch live, Carlos.
Fight afterwards? You want to turn it into like what? That's not what I agreed to do. That's not the job at hand. The job at hand was to produce a successful roast, which I did.
Of course, that was Tupac. I ain't mad at you. So, of course, Kevin Hart appears on.
So, as long as he making money, fuck it. You know, he can allow a white man to sit up and disrespect a black man that had to call out to his mama when the police put knee in the back of his neck, and for the whole world to see that, right? So Carlos don't mind no white man sitting up here making a goddamn, okay, cool. That means you have no feeling about what happened to George Floyd. To me, in my opinion, then Carlos, if you'll sit up here and say that Kevin Hart, I ain't saying that he's wrong. So let me get this. All I'm saying is he could have spoke up. That's all. I ain't saying that the man is wrong. I'm not saying that he had anything to do with what the white man had to say up out his mouth. I don't care nothing about that. But he could have spoke up. That's why I just lose all type of respect for a black man that sat up here on the Breakfast Club, though, Carlos, and said that he helped George Floyd family when that happened to him. No, but certain jokes don't land with me, and certain comedy just don't land with me either, though, Carlos. And I think you can understand that. You don't like all comedians. So it's the same shit, bro. It just, you like Kevin and I don't. I never did. I never did. I ain't like him.
Another show, still explaining what went on with the roast. And I guess at one point, he apparently says that some fans are blaming him for the Tony Hinchcliffe joke. I think it's ridiculous to blame a man for a joke he didn't tell. I also think that, and I've said before, I don't think that comedians.
Oh, wait a minute. Well, hello, Yeller. How are you? Hope all is truly well. Wow. You is a nice treat. You know, I ain't seen you in a long time, Yeller. I know you probably working hard and be at the job and everything thing. You ain't got time for nothing but work and sleep. All is well. That is good, and I'm glad to see you up in the chat, Yellow. I'm glad to see you up in the chat. It's been a minute.
Should apologize for jokes. I think that that is a artistic expression, and I think, like I said before, that every single joke has a victim. Having said that, the question to me is not, and I've heard so often, why is it that we're still, after 2 weeks, we're talking about a George Floyd joke? My question is, why is it after 6 years you continue to tell them? And especially when being asked a question like that, why this joke has been such a lightning rod of controversy.
What's happening, Moose?
Being asked that by people who still talk about an election that they believe was stolen 6 years ago.
Really, you know what, KTC? Now I got the gong you for that one. Now I got the gong. Come out, son. Maybe I need to miss more shows. That just hurt me, ladies and gentlemen. God damn! Really, KTC? Really? Jesus Christ! Oh Lord Jesus! Just crush my goddamn soul with that one. That goddamn boy. God damn.
Or they still talk about, things that they are angry about, and the timing of it and the length of time doesn't seem to matter then. I think, again, that a comedian should never answer or have to answer, for a joke, and particularly a joke he didn't tell. But it's disingenuous to believe that joke wasn't designed to do exactly what it's doing now, and to have this level of controversy. I think that if you could ask the question, why after all this time we're still talking about that joke, about a joke about George Floyd, it is a fair question to ask.
No, it's a fair question to ask. Hey, Miss Ross, how you doing? Happy Wednesday. This is all a play. DL understands what the fuck is going on. DL knows that Kevin Hart needs this right now. He needs people to be talking about him right now. Kevin Hart needs to be in the algorithms. Somebody up in the chat tell me I'm lying. I look, again, that's why I just don't try to take a lot of things seriously or jump out the window. Again, I'm not, even though I don't like, and I'm not going to say that he's never going to be a favorite comedian of mine, right? I'm not saying that Kevin Hart still didn't have funny moments, right? But I'm not jumping out the window for this. This is a money grab. They set this up by design because they knew people would sit up and be outraged about it. Kevin Hart is now, Kevin Hart gonna try to make himself out to be still the victim. I don't want anything to do with it. This is just my production. And yeah, this is your production. So that means by you leaving that joke on in, you knew what was going to happen. You knew everybody was going to be in outrage about the joke that you allowed to still be on there. So come on, man. Like, bro, stop playing. Like, look, Carlos, I may not agree with it, but then at the same time, though, Carlos, I still understand that it's a business. But then that just go to show you how far a motherfucker will go to get to that money. They'll deal with a white person that they racist just for clicks, views, and monetary gain. Now, I rock with Cat Williams. Now, Cat Williams, that's my dude right there. I fucks with Cat Williams. Now I rocks with Cat Williams though. You feel what I'm saying? I mean, and Kevin Hart tried to, come in and, try to take over and everything. And Kevin Hart sit back. And Cat Williams sit back like, boy, Kevin, you don't even know what you getting yourself into. But go ahead. He tried to tell you. See, Cat tried to tell you though, Kevin. Boy, hey, Cat Williams is funny. He funny as hell. I ain't gonna even lie. That's like I could literally laugh at Cat Williams though. When Kevin Hart do a stand up, I turn from it because he'd be like, boy, you lame as hell. Boy, get the fuck out of here. I don't want to hear that shit.
Ask why after all this time are you still telling it? Because I think the reason it is told and the reason that people are continue to be angry about it are one and the same. So I think one man's joke is another man's.
Well, you ain't gonna hear nothing from me, Carlos, because I didn't watch the roast. I just heard the part of what he said, but I didn't watch it in its entirety because I just don't. Bro, when I say I don't rock with Kevin Hart, I really don't. So I knew about the roast and all that. I knew about all that, but I don't watch him. But he okay, and that's cool. But is he telling a lie, though, Carlos? If he lying, then okay, cool. But DL Hughley ain't lying about what he's saying. He knows what Kevin Hart is doing. He knows that it was going to be some type of backlash. You know why? Because they wait. You know why? Because they figured, you know what? You know why white people ain't outraged about it? I'm going to tell you why. They never was, though, Carlos, in the beginning. White people was never outraged about nothing like that. Never. Now, if you go after somebody in their family or some shit like that, then that's when you're going to see all hell break loose. But otherwise, like, I never saw a white person react a certain way, even if they got called a cracker or whatever the case may be. You feel what I'm saying? Man, not the ones that I used to be around. Shit, they ain't never lose they cool or be all unhinged and all that other shit. So, hey, like I said, to each his own. But I don't have them problems though, Carlos, because I don't come at people like that with all that calling them out their name and a cracker and all this and that. I don't do all that shit. Yeah, that was in the very beginning though, when it first happened though, Carlos. Shit, hell yeah, they was knocking people's channels down. You said anything negative about Charlie Kirk on your channel, they was knocking your channel down.
Trauma. I think all of us, have the right to either be offended or laugh or whatever. Nobody's trying to intercede. Nobody's trying to make that an issue. What is an issue is there seems to be this idea that only jokes affect one side. And I was struck by when Kevin talked about how, he was talking and he said, what was I supposed to do in the middle of a live broadcast and basically stop somebody from telling a joke? No. But the fact remains that 18 jokes were removed after the live feed. 18 of them were removed, including one that was told about Melania Trump. So if it is that you removed 18, because you very much could have jumped up and stopped somebody from telling a joke, but you and that production were able to take 18 jokes away out of the program so that people not seeing the live feed wouldn't see it. So if you could do that for them, why didn't this happen? And I suspect it is the same reason. People wanted ratings. People wanted controversy. And now you have it. But if you're asking why we are talking about it after 2 weeks, we're talking about a George Floyd joke, I just don't understand after 6 years and many roasts why you're still telling them. That's a little note from the GED section. Got the Jazz Report coming up in 15 minutes. It's the D.L. Hughley Show.
Thank you for watching my video. If you like what you see, make sure to hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. And also hit that notification bell to get the latest on hip hop, sports, comedy, whatever. All right. We got you covered over here at Forgotten Kings TV. And also click on one of these videos. Okay. All right, y'all. Peace.
All right, shout out to Forgotten Kings TV for the content. Shout out to Forgotten Kings 2.0. If y'all not subbed up to Forgotten Kings TV 2.0, please sub up to the channel. I'm already subbed up to Forgotten Kings. I've been in support of his content since I first even got on YouTube. Him, self-taught, Moxie approved. It's a lot of content creators that most definitely I still support their content. I may not type in their chat or whatever, but I still go over there, watch their content. I hit the like button. And sometimes I will use it as a talking point, you know what I'm saying, to be able to run the show. I have no problem with that, but I'm always make sure to respect whoever. It don't matter if it's them or anybody else. I'm going to make sure that I respect them enough to shout them out and make sure that, yes, no, this ain't my content. Look, hold on. Look, Carlos, you about to see a whole lot of outrage right now. Now you gonna laugh. I know you gonna laugh at it. Carlos. But shout out to Comedy Hype. Now, they have put together a lot of black people calling out Kevin Hart behind all this right here. Now, again, fair use. This is for entertainment purposes only. Shout out to Comedy Hype for posting and doing this video right here.
I watched Kevin Hart's whole Breakfast Club interview, and he talked for an hour and a half. That was the longest interview about absolutely nothing. There was zero accountability. There was 100% deflection. Oh, that was a roast. Everybody doesn't like a roast. A roast isn't for everybody. Oh, Kev, they said that you didn't have no black writers. Oh, there were 7 writers, and it was so-and-so and so-and-so. Well, if there are writers and the writers are writers, then the writers will be writers. So I'm not going to pay attention to the writers not being black writers. Oh, George Floyd's family was just really upset. You were at his funeral service. I didn't tell the joke. Yeah, but they kind of wanted you to just stop it. I can't stop it because I didn't tell the joke. I'm not in charge of that. 5 minutes later, because I'm the top nigga, because I'm the top person in charge, because all of this is because of me. Oh, but I didn't tell the joke. It wasn't my joke to tell. Okay, nigga, we get it. We get it. Cat Williams was right about you, and we get it. We get it.
What was funny at Breakfast Club with Kevin on there? What was funny about that? Like, Charlamagne over there, key, and all that stuff. What was funny? Kevin ain't even funny. He wasn't saying nothing funny. Charlamagne over there losing weight, slapping knees. It wasn't funny. Like, he didn't take no accountability, whatever the case is, and y'all just thought that was funny. But y'all had smoke for not a Dr. Cheyenne. I wish I would have came at Kevin like that. Like, nah. Like, somebody should have been like, nah. I thought Lauren at least would have been like, yo, that wasn't what it was. But everybody's so pressed about Kevin Hart because of the opportunities and the doors and gatekeeping and whatever, he's in these white spaces and whatever the case is, and he can make or break people or put people on or whatever. They were afraid to even say anything to be like, no. Like, yo, that wasn't cool. The most Charlamagne said was, yeah, I was laughing up until that point. Or I don't like it when it comes to talking about, like, deceased family members, right? Like, that's all you said, but yet, when he wasn't taking any accountability, Kevin, y'all thought that was funny. Everybody just keying and laughing. Like, was it funny? Because it wasn't funny.
Kevin Hart said, if you don't like it, you don't like it. And if you don't like it, don't support it. I'm a mega millionaire off telling jokes, and I'm not going to tell nobody else how to tell their jokes. He said, y'all got to grow up. And if you found it offensive, then you don't know comedy. It's not his job to police the people that he hired to entertain us. And if we weren't entertained, then that's our problem.
That's that part right there on what she just said. Look, how do they get paid? Hey, what up with a 777? Salute to you. Happy Wednesday to you, bro. Hope all is well. But then, okay, she ain't lying though, Carlos, but she actually got a point. Who do they depend on getting their revenue from? Let's start there then, Carlos. Who do they depend on getting their revenue from? And guess what? If they not entertained and they didn't pay their money, they got every right to complain. People pay their money to the Netflix bill to see certain things and all this and that. And then you look at a damn roast, you got a white man sitting up here disrespecting George Floyd's death. Like, bro, I'm sorry. I mean, you call that sensitive or not, but that ain't funny to me. But it's the people that pays Netflix, though, bro. It's the people. The people pay into Netflix. They not paying themselves. Come on, bro. Like, bro, you got to understand. I know you understand that part. Now, at this point, you just trolling.
Because he's successful and he knows how to win. And he's been doing this for a long time. Excuse me. So who are we to tell him that the people that he hired can't tell those kinds of jokes?
You're right. No, you're right. You're right, Carlos. You're right. Stop paying it to these. Stop paying it to Kevin Hart then. Fuck Netflix. Stop paying it to Kevin Hart. Boycott that stupid son of a bitch. See, that's how you show him. I bet you he'll be coming with a public apology talking about, well, sorry, ladies and gentlemen, see, it was just a joke. I don't think he mean it and all this and that. No, Kevin. He said it, he meant it. I don't give a damn if it was a joke or not. I think that's how the white boy really felt. And guess what? He got every right to feel how he want to feel and speak it the way he want to speak it, but then it still comes at a price. And if you willing to put the money over what's really the right thing, then hey, that's on you. That's on you. I ain't gonna sit up here and get mad at you. It just, hey, I'm not gonna do it. It's simple as that.
That's what he said. He said, yes, I went to George Floyd's funeral, but I'm never going to listen to an interview that you interview a person, even though you're interviewing me. I'll never watch your interview of you interviewing his brother. No, I'm not going to do it. That's not how I spend my time. He said that. He said he's a grown man and he's not going to let nobody tell him what to do, and he's not going to tell nobody else what to do. That's what he said. That's exactly what he said.
Kevin, your line was, I'm sorry. Okay, the line was, I'm sorry, and you couldn't even hit that. All right, I think there's probably a reason why we didn't see Chappelle or Chris Rock or any of your contemporaries up there, is because they probably don't like you, and that's okay. But let's talk.
They don't like Kevin Hart because Kevin Hart is the ultimate caregiver. Okay? Kevin Hart is buck dancing for them white folks right now. Ladies and gentlemen, he need that money to roll in. Let's not act like, okay, yes, he knew black folks was gonna be outraged about this. You think he gave a fuck? He went on with it any goddamn way. Kevin Hart right now, he got the step and fetch it for them white folks, ladies and gentlemen. That him owning business and all this and that, yeah, all right, that sound good. But Kevin has to answer to somebody his damn self. And guess what? He doing a whole lot of stepping and fetching right now. That's just basically what it is. Kevin Hart, at the end of the day, got to stay silent on the things that he know that he more than likely would have stood up about before he got to this point. Now he at this point, now he gonna shut his goddamn mouth and deflect. Like most people that get up there to that status, you know what I'm saying? He ain't no different from nobody else that do it.
About it. You got on the Breakfast Club this morning and you were like, hey, like, not only am I like not apologizing for what this was because a roast is a roast, but Tony Hinchcliffe had the best set of the night. Kevin, not only did he do the George Floyd joke, he stuttered through it. And you calling that the best set of the night? And I'm not saying everybody else was amazing. All right, you got the who's who of niggas who fuck with you. You know what I'm saying? But like, the best set of the night.
So Carlos. So wait a minute, Carlos. So you mean to tell me Kevin Hart ain't got nobody to answer to? You think he outright own a production company, or do they allow him to think that he owns a production company? It's a big difference, bro. It's a big difference. Because to me, if you outright own something, if you stand on something, it's certain things that you just ain't gonna allow. And that's just the way I look at it. I think he answers to somebody. I do. Because you know what though, Carlos? You can't play with everybody. You know what? Now, Carlos, now I know you understand this. You can't joke with everybody the same way though, bro, because everybody ain't gonna pick up on that joke and just let it slide. You feel what I'm saying? Everybody ain't like that. You got carefree people like yourself. You just look at the joke, okay, it's a joke, move on, right? But some people it just ain't within them to just move on for certain things that's being said, knowing that we saw something that wasn't, to me, I've never saw something like, well, other than Rodney King, when I saw that back in the 90s, that was wild as hell. Beat that man silly. Okay? So I won't say I ain't never, but come on, that right there. But see, that's what I'm saying though, Carlos. I don't even know nothing about this damn Tony dude, man. I don't know nothing about him. I don't watch him, so I don't, even if he tell that type of humor anyway, people like that, I don't watch them. Just like, you know what, man, let me shut up.
No, Kevin, we're not mad that, you didn't say it. We all know that. We watched it. We saw it. You did not say it. We know we did not want you to get up and beat Tony up. Like, the fuck? But we also did not want you to key and slap your knee like it was the funniest fucking shit that you ever saw in your motherfucking life. And I don't care that you had a conversation with, his brother at the end or whatever. It's the fact that you made it seem like you were really, in part for the community and then thought the shit was funny. It's always so interesting how they build themselves off of Black people and the fact that we are always like, that's one of our own, that, we're gonna, hype you up. We're gonna do other things until we see how you really are. But Kat tried to tell people a long time ago about Kevin, especially, like I've always said, he ain't been funny since Tori was writing for him. It is what it is.
I just caught Kevin.
Look, I'm trying to tell you. Look, again, anybody can have some funny moments, right? Kevin Hart didn't have funny moments, but overall, in its totality, is Kevin Hart funny? Not to me. That man ain't funny. Man, I never found him to be just outright funny that I will go and pay to go to an event where he's at to look at him. What up with it, Steely Dan? I've never found him to be that funny. But guess who I paid to go see? I paid to go see Cat Williams when he came here to the Erie Crown Theater here in Chicago 2 years in a row. Me and my woman went there, and I guarantee you, we got our money worth. Cause Cat Williams is fucking funny. He's hilarious. Cat Williams is hilarious. Kevin Hart is just a clown. It's a difference to me. You feel what I'm saying? He's a clown to the white people. Cat Williams was funny to all. And even by him telling the goddamn truth, it didn't even matter. He still was funny when he was telling the truth. And see, that's what they don't like, ladies and gentlemen, in the media. When you're funny and you tell the truth and be funny, they don't like that shit. No, they don't like that shit at all. See? Right. Now, okay. Now, see, you said you don't think Cat Williams is really that funny. Okay, cool. Just like I don't feel like Kevin Hart is that damn funny.
Kevin Hart lying in 4K.
It wasn't a tasteful joke to our culture, to our audience. Tony told a joke. We didn't like it.
Right now, George Floyd is looking up at us all, laughing so hard that he can't breathe. God bless you, Kevin. Bless you, Kevin. God bless this room. And God.
It wasn't a tasteful joke. We didn't like it, but I just showed you a clip of the Netflix special where Kevin Hart is literally laughing, pointing at Tony Hinchcliffe like, yeah, you the man. That was a funny George Floyd joke. Kevin Hart did a disservice to himself, the way how he spoke on The Breakfast Club. Shout out to Charlamagne and Lauren LaRosa, who actually tried to save him and tried to steer him. But no, if you go back and you watch the clip, Kevin Hart is literally on one. He's aggressive. I feel like he was even a little bit rude to Lauren LaRosa. He's going to try.
Look, how the fuck you going to, Kevin Hart, you allowed it to happen. Look, again, that's your production, right? That's your production. Okay, fine. Even if you would have cut that joke out, you know somebody would have recorded it and brung it right on here to YouTube, just like they did now anyway. Kevin Hart, again, doing all that old shit that anybody can sit up. The fuck is so damn funny about that? The fuck, like, if you don't get your clown ass up out of here, oh my gosh. A total clown with a capital C, just clown. Nothing funny about you. The fuck, like, bro, if you don't go sit the hell down up in the corner, go put a dunce hat on and sit in the goddamn corner for 10 seconds. The fuck all that? And you call that comedy? Get the fuck out of here.
Try to say that it was comedy and he was being fun. No, I feel like he was being arrogant. I feel like he was being distasteful, and he doubled down and got caught lying, sir. You did this for the Netflix special. You did this for the views. You did this for the controversy. You supported George Floyd and his...
Oh, my God. What did I just say, ladies and gentlemen? He's not stupid. Oh, woe is me. I didn't say it. No, not me. I didn't say it, ladies and gentlemen. No. See, no, ladies and gentlemen. I helped George Floyd family. Hey, big sis, how you doing? But let me rewind this part back for y'all if y'all didn't hear it, on what he just said.
He was being arrogant. I feel like he was being distasteful, and he doubled down and got caught lying, sir. You did this for the Netflix special. You did this for the views. You did this for the controversy. You supported George Floyd and his family at his passing. You went to the funeral, and you turned your back on them for clicks and views.
Oh! He turned his back on the family for clicks and views. Pump faking at his finest, ladies and gentlemen. Pump faking. Yes, I was outraged. Now some time that went past, I guess see, something like that's supposed to stay with you, and you're supposed to have a level of compassion for the family. You don't think the family ain't looking at you, Kevin Hart, and you sitting up there with a white man making a joke about George Floyd? Come on, man. He just said, he laid it out. I just said the same thing. I
was watching The Breakfast Club with Kevin Hart, and he brought up a great point, which is that people aren't able to laugh at the jokes when it's on them, when it's at their expense. People on the George Floyd side.
You know what, Carlos? And I understand that. And that's why I'm not jumping out the window on Kevin Hart and nothing like that, because although I may not like the way he handled that situation, do I still understand that it's a business and he's in it to make money for clicks and views and monetary gain? Yeah, I understand that. And see, that's what I go right back to what I've been saying either way. Everybody bears their own cross. Everybody bears their own cross. That's on that man. What Kevin does as far as him making decisions for his, bottom line, that don't have nothing to do with me. You feel what I'm saying? So I'm not gonna sit up here and act oblivious though and act like I don't understand what he's doing. Now, yeah, it is my opinion that I think he should have spoke up and not allowed that joke, but that's as far as it's gonna go with me. I understand the rhyme or reason of why he let that go joke, because he wanted the controversy, he wanted the clicks and views and all of that. So again, me being fake outrage ain't gonna stop what's already didn't happen anyway. So no, I'm not about to be fake outrage. Like, I don't have no hate for no Kevin Hart, but at the same time though, that still don't mean I ain't looking at him a certain way though, Carlos. But other than me just looking at him a certain way behind this, like, it'll pass, like, because I still don't give a fuck.
They were able to laugh at the Charlie Kirk joke, but people on the Charlie Kirk joke were able to laugh at the people on the George Floyd joke, but neither one of them were able to laugh at the joke on their side. Why is that? I think that's because people are tribal. People only see things through their lens. People think, I can laugh at this one thing because it doesn't really involve me. It involves them, and I actually hate that side. Excuse me.
You know what, though? I don't think it's so much of being a part of a moral high ground, Carlos. It's just knowing the things that you stand for and what you don't stand for. I don't think if you want to call it having morals, okay, cool. But just like I know as an adult what I'm willing to stand for and what I'm not willing to stand for, right? That just, to me, I ain't gonna sit up here. I ain't gonna sit up here and say that I don't do wrong. But what I am gonna say is it's just certain things that I'm just not gonna be with though at all, bro. Just like being in cahoots with a sex offender. You ain't gonna never see no shit like that from me. You ain't gonna never hear me shout out no goddamn sex offender, say that the sex offender was right about nothing. You ain't gonna hear me talk nothing but negative about a sex offender. I'm just being honest. So a black man, even though I understand the arena that he's in and all that though, Carlos, but I'm still gonna look at him a certain way. I ain't got to hate him, none of that. But I'm still gonna look at him a certain way, like, bro, you let that white boy on your production say that shit, and then you had the power to cut that joke out, but you still let it ride. So it's like, oh, you trying to get back popping, so you need the most controversial shit in order for people to sit up here and say your name, Kevin Hart, Kevin Hart, Kevin Hart, Kevin Hart. And then you sit up here and play professional victim and act like somebody that said something wrong or did you wrong. Okay, I got it. I got it. You know, and like I said, it is what it is.
I actually hate that side, so it's okay to laugh at them. It's fucking train. Sorry, that train just passed. But back to what I was saying, it's perfectly fine to not find a joke funny. You don't have to find every single joke funny. You don't have to find every single dark humor joke funny. But the fact that you found one funny and you're calling for the cancellation of the other when they're very fucking similar, to his point, it's just a lot of self-indulged people who just only see things from their lens and can only be selectively offended by shit that they either care about or don't care about.
You know, Kevin Hart, if I still was in the classroom, I would use your interview to illustrate what racial illiteracy is when you lack the ability to read and write situations pertaining to race, because you know there's a distinction between racial jokes and being racist. You know, it's the difference between defending the continuity of comedy and prioritizing humanity. You a comedian, I'm a critic. I'm going to stay in my lane. That's my ministry. And I know you were smoking dope and dog food when you literally said, yeah, but it said was good, though. Y'all worry about that joke. It said was good. What?
Kevin Hart's Breakfast Club interview basically said, it wasn't me. What do y'all want me to do? I didn't tell the joke. I didn't write the joke. It was live. It wasn't me. What do you want me to do? It's a roast. It's a roast. They talk about my dead mama, running the train on my dead mama. It wasn't me. It wasn't me. Oh, y'all so sensitive. It wasn't me. He pretty much said, I'm still getting my money. Fuck y'all.
And that's exactly okay, fine. We understand that. Now, a lot of people still is going to have a problem with it. And I get that part too. I get that part too. And yeah, it is. It's going to be people that still going to have a problem with it. But look, I ain't sitting up here about to give y'all no fake outrage now. I'm just giving y'all my opinion about it. Like, I don't give a shit. I see right through what's going on. Like, I'm going to sit up here and be trying to make content and make live streams about that shit. I don't give a shit. But I still wanted to give my opinion about it just to say, again, I'm not expecting Kevin to beat the man up and do all that other shit. Just call it out for what it is. That was a bad joke. The black folks didn't like that joke. Just leave it where it is. Because that joke wasn't funny. That joke wasn't funny. And for you to sit up here and key and ka after he had said the joke, Kevin, you got to understand, you understood exactly what the hell you was doing. So that's why I ain't going to be over here on my goddamn channel and give you no fake outrage. I still don't find you funny. So it don't even matter about all that shit. I ain't about to give no fake outrage for that shit. Please. That's what he wants. That's the whole time. That's the whole premise of why they did what they did. For fake outrage and people to click on it and view it. So then they can be all worked up for no goddamn reason, fake outrage. When the whole time it was all planned. So that really goes to show Kevin Hart don't give a fuck about none of this shit. He living his life. That's just what it is. Can I get mad at that man for thinking that way? No. But you a public figure on now, yeah. And when you move a certain way, the microscope is still on you, Kevin Hart. But me personally, no, I'm not fake outrage. The only thing that I would have respected from Kevin is to call it out for what it was. It was a bad joke. It was a bad joke. But again, that's just my opinion. A lot of people probably don't feel that way, but I do. I don't find that joke to be funny. I don't find it that Kevin Hart could have took that joke out, but he still wanted to leave it in. So again, I understand in the whole scheme of things of what's going on. So for one, I'm not taking it personal. Hell, I'm not helping to put no money in his pockets behind it. Shit, so it is what it is. But again, I'm no hater. Shout out to Kevin Hart. Be great, whatever. But, just know that I ain't going to be tuning in to none of your shit. If it pops on the internet, then yeah, I'll talk about it then. But like, I don't fuck with you like that. So I ain't going to even sit up here and pump fake and act like I really do. Like I said before, I don't find you to be all that goddamn funny any damn way. So it is what it is. But I'm going to take me a quick intermission, ladies and gentlemen. I'll be right back. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm back. And just to let y'all know, thank y'all for tuning in to the JB2 Reaction Show, starting your host with the most, Johnny Blaze. I do appreciate y'all hitting that like button. I appreciate y'all interacting up in the chat and giving y'all opinion. Opinions matter, ladies and gentlemen. Opinions matter. Again, I could put things in perspective and understand what's really going on. I'm not here to jump out no goddamn window. I still understand that in the media, it's all about controversy. Controversy sells, right? Everybody got a right to their opinion, but I'm not going to sit up here with no Kevin Hart and waste no more time after today with this. It is what it is. Because, man, look, again, if I was really rocking out with Kevin Hart, then yeah, would I probably make it content and more content? And yeah, hell yeah. But hell fuck no. Not doing that. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. Because I don't care. I don't care because I see the big picture about what he's doing. So it's like, man, I'm not about to fall all subjected to all that shit. Okay, cool. I talked about it now. I got it on up out the way and then move on. Just move on, man. I'm not about to do all that shit. All right. So this came up. Now I do want to say something about this. This is almost 24 hours ago. Green Bay Packers running back Josh Jacobs was arrested Tuesday and booked on several domestic violence charges, according to Hobart Lawrence, Wisconsin Police Department. Oh, shit. Now, the ESPN story is within the link. Y'all can go check that on out. But yeah, that right there, and shit. If Kevin Hart ain't careful though, Carlos, they gonna start doing Kevin Hart like they doing Clarissa. they gonna get a petition up the boycott. Hey, they gonna get a boy. They gonna Clarissa Shields on Kevin Hart. Boy, they gonna get all type of petitions to get his ass boycotted. Watch what I tell you if he keep going down this damn road. Shit. Watch. I'm gonna sit back and laugh. I'm gonna sit back and laugh. I ain't gonna have no outrage about nothing. I'm just gonna sit back and laugh. Cause it's gonna be funny. Right? Donna Zaya said boycott how? I don't even watch this shit, see? It's only them white folks that be watching them, Carlos. See, that's why I say he's stepping fetching. Look, he's stepping fetching though. He ain't placating to the black people no more. He's stepping fetching for the white man. Look, daughter Zion, I've been doing stories behind it. They trying to get her boxing license revoked. They is signing a petition down there for Michigan to get her boxing license revoked. And it's serious. It is real because I even saw the petition that they got up there. Do you know they is up to 5,000 people? They up to 5,000 people that signed that petition. I say, God damn. Look, wait. Hold on, ladies and gentlemen. All you got to do is just go to a certain channel. I put it, it's on my community wall, right? Bro, all you got to do is click that link. You gonna see how many people that signed that petition. They giving updates every day. Hey, they giving updates every day about that petition. I say, man, these people is going crazy to get Clarissa boxing license gone. They want her gone. They want her boxing license revoked. They want her gone, ladies and gentlemen. This is real. Okay? Look, I thought it was alleged, so I kept it alleged, but man, no. They is trying to get her the fuck up out of here. I ain't doing it. Look, Carlos, I'm not going that far. I didn't go that far with Clarissa. Look, I thought it was a game. I thought they was just a scare tactic or something. But until I actually saw it was real, I was like, oh shit, motherfuckers ain't playing. Yeah, they really got a petition to try to get our boxing license revoked. I don't want no parts of that, Carlos. Because see, then that's taking it to a whole nother level right there. You trying to disturb a person's way of earning. I'm not with that. That part right there, bro, I'm not ever with, bro. I'm not with that. I'm not with that, bro. Say what you want, but I'm not here to take nobody's way of earning. If that's your way of earning, okay, cool. Then if I don't like what you doing, then guess what? I don't watch you. Because I feel like, damn, you going that far? Like, again, Carlos, you know better. You know I'm not invested up in talking about no damn Clarissa Shields like that. I ain't invested like that to ever sit up here and interrupt her way of earning. Like, no. Hey, Rachel, how you doing? Happy Wednesday to you, Rachel. Thank you for tuning in to the show. I'm not with that part, bro. Now, okay, fine. You want to rag on her for saying stupid shit like, I'm not going to deal with the law. I'm just going to deal with the courts. Now, ride on her for saying some stupid shit like that. Okay, cool. But like, to sit up here, make a petition, I just think that to me is just over the top. And I don't want nothing to do with it. Because again, I'm not here to take nobody's way of being able to earn away from them because I feel a way about what they doing online. I just don't want to watch it then. I just don't participate. Just stay the fuck away from it. I mean, to me, it's just that simple. You feel what I'm saying? But to a lot of people don't see it that way. They be wanting shit like that the fuck up out of here. Exactly, daughter Zion. Like, you don't care nothing about, please. Like, that part, we can never sit up here and be like, oh, well, she's annoying. We know a lot of annoying sons of bitches on this damn app. But that don't mean I'm willing to take their livelihood away. Like, no. Bro, like, That's another level right there. You sit up here and you focus in on taking away her way of earning money because you don't like what she doing online. No, that's no. I'm sorry. I'm gonna always look at it that way because everybody got a right to earn money online. Now, if it's detrimental to herself or others, yeah, get rid of her. But if she just doing some annoying shit by dating a man that's already married, who gives a fuck? Give a fuck about? I don't give a fuck about that. I don't care. Look, she can date as many men as she wants to that's married. I don't care. Like, I really don't care nothing about that. Don't sit up here and see me on no live stream sitting up here trying to fake act like I care and like I'm going to call her out and she the wrongest thing. No. I'm not doing that. So, to each his own that would like to do that. I ain't doing that shit. I talk about it, make fun about it here and there, whatever the case may be, just in casual, just talking. But like, I'm not sitting up here being that invested in at all. No. Ladies and gentlemen. Look, again, if they not causing harm to themselves or others, if they not showing some graphic things that shouldn't be showed or anything like that, it's exceptions to that. But like her just being a dumbass, I don't care nothing about that. We see a lot of people be a dumbass online. So Clarissa is no different from anybody else being a dumbass. And please, y'all want the content so y'all could be able to talk about it. So come on. Like, we ain't gonna sit up here and placate and act like the people that sit up here talking about, boy, they rubbing their hands like Birdman, ready to talk about that shit. Like, man, come on. Stop that. Most of y'all heathen and sons of bitches want her to continue to keep crashing out so it can have something for you to talk about with her. Man, please. I don't give a fuck either way. She grown. She bears her own cross. She can crash out. Crash the fuck out then. Bye. Shit. So anyway, let me get back on cue. Now, it was, and let me tell y'all the summary of this
dramatic turn of events.
Hold on, because this one is an interesting one right here. Now, it's a man named Tony Carruthers that was supposed to be executed May the 21st at 10 a.m., right? That's when he was scheduled to die by lethal injection. After a lengthy delay, the execution was allowed to move forward, but medical personnel charged with administering the lethal drug failed to find a vein, according to a witness at the execution. So this man was set to die, set to go under the needle, right? And because it was botched, the governor ordered a stay for him not to be executed. Fair use. This is for educational purposes only. Shout out to Action News 5 for the content.
A death row inmate's life spared.
This was a tortured, botched execution. I mean, there's no question about it.
A failed execution for an unlikely reason. And the governor stepping in for a last-second stay.
Whether you're for it or against it, it shouldn't be a normal day for us in Tennessee.
If you don't want to wind up on death row, don't dance with the devil.
Our team was there front and center as it all unfolded.
Tony Carruthers did decline a final meal, so he did not have that. He also declined to have his family here.
The Tony Carruthers triple murder case, more than 3 decades in the making, now taking another turn, and we're covering all the angles. Action News 5 at 6 starts right now.
I'm not going to be executed, Mrs. Roach.
Nearly 20 years ago, a Memphis man convicted in a 1994 kidnapping murder case told Action News 5 those words, "I'm not going to get executed, Miss Broach." Today, the day Tony Carruthers was scheduled to die, those words came true. The state of Tennessee failed to execute him this morning. Thank you for joining us. I'm Joe Birch.
I'm Joy Redmond. Governor Bill Lee issued a year's reprieve after the lethal injection was canceled. Action News 5 has a team of reporters covering this case, and we begin tonight with Michaela Redmond, who joins us live from Nashville. Michaela, you actually witnessed the attempted execution. Walk us through what happened.
Carruthers' attorney is calling this a botched attempt at an execution. After being brought to the witness room, I sat in the dark for over an hour as the medical team tried to find a vein and listened as Carruthers grunted in pain.
The IV line in his shoulder was filled with blood, like backfilled towards his chest area, and he said that his chest really hurt.
Maria De Liberato is Carruthers' attorney with the ACLU and was inside of the execution chamber with him. She says finally, the warden said the execution wasn't happening.
This was a tortured, botched execution. I mean, there's no question about it. I mean, I guess it's not an execution because thankfully, by the grace of God, he's still alive. But they tortured him trying to find a vein.
After being escorted out of River.
Imagine that this man is going to skate off of being executed off of technicality. That's some diabolical shit right there. Boy, the Lord is on your side. Boy, look, let me tell you something, Tony. You most definitely better get on your knees and pray to God and thank him. Okay? Father still got his hands on you, Tony. Shit. But off of technicality though, Carlos, because they couldn't find the vein.
Bend maximum security institution, TDOC officials handed me a piece of paper stating the execution was canceled because of a failed lethal injection attempt. A short time later, Governor Bill Lee also granted Carruthers a temporary reprieve from the execution for 1 year.
How does that make you feel? Amazing. I am so grateful that we are going to have a chance to prove what we've been saying and what Tony has been saying for 30 years, that he didn't commit this crime.
Carruthers has spent over 30 years on death row after being convicted of a 1994 gruesome triple kidnapping.
1994, ladies and gentlemen. In 1994, I was 16. Father had his hands on him, EV. Father had his hands on him. I mean, you can't even say nothing else behind this right here. They were set, locked, and loaded to execute this man. Father all the time had his hands on that man. Throughout the whole process of him being in jail, knowing that he had a date to die. They gave him a date to die. Excuse me. And Father came on in and said, no, that ain't his date to die. See, man will try to sit up here and force the issue, and no. A higher being gonna come in and take over all of that, and that's exactly what happened.
And homicide in South Memphis. De Liberato says she will continue pushing to have the DNA evidence tested that could prove his innocence.
I know that he believes that this happened, that this botched attempt to take his life happened for a reason, and it will strengthen his resolve to fight even more.
With Carruthers being convicted in 1996, he was given the choice between electrocution and lethal injection. T-Doc says he refused, and in that case, it falls to lethal injection. Carruthers also declined a final meal and did not want his family here. Reporting live in Nashville, Michaela Redmond, Action News 5.
Imagine that. And we done heard stories about a lot of inmates that has been in jail, fighting for their life. You know, they get all the appeals in the world, but they get denied, right? In this story right here, I don't know this man from a can of paint. All I know is what they put out here on the news about him and allegedly said that he did this horrific crime, right? If he really did that, right, they wouldn't have had no problem. For one, they shouldn't have never had no problem with finding the vein for the lethal injection. That's one. For two, that man and his lawyer, they got a chance. They got a chance to get that man up out of there. And if that man is able, and I'm just saying if, so if anything else should any more information about that, if I get it, I'm most definitely going to report on this. I think he got a chance on getting up out of jail and filing a civil suit against the city. That's what I think. And I could be wrong. I'm not a big fan about it though, Carlos, as far as the death penalty though. As far as them staying in jail for the rest of their life, now that I don't have a problem with. All that, you know, death penalty shit though, no. I ain't with all that though. That part I ain't with. But you know, you got a lot of people that's, you know, they with it. So it is what it is. But not me. Just let them sit in jail for the rest of their life and die of natural causes that way. Putting a needle or trying to, you know what I'm saying, shock them to death and all that, man. Like, yeah, that's punishment enough right there. They got to do free labor. They can't get paid for it. Hey, Carlos, that's a punishment right there. Because who the fuck want to do free labor? They don't get paid for the labor. I mean, shit. Hell yeah, that's a punishment. Hey, just imagine motherfuckers got to work for the free. Boy, you ain't gonna like that shit. You mad as hell. You gotta work hard too. Knowing damn well you ain't gonna get paid. You ain't gonna get paid. Oh, boy, I ain't even gonna lie to you, Carlos. That right there will hurt my goddamn soul. I'm sitting up here doing free labor for the free. And I ain't getting paid? Shit. Boy, you might as well just take me on the fuck out right goddamn now, Paul. You know, look, not YouTube, I'm just bullshitting. I'm just playing around. I'm just playing around, YouTube. But shit, you might as well take me the hell on out. I ain't gonna sit up here and work for nobody for the free. Nobody for the free. Man, look. Y'all know how I feel about content creators that leave money on the table. I'm sorry. I can't work for the free. I done sat up here and earned this goddamn money. Man, shit. And then I get it taken away from me because I ain't know how to move or I ain't know how to maneuver around certain shit. Like, oh, hell no. No. No, we not doing that one. So, hey, free labor in jail is most definitely punishment in its entirety. Damn, gotta know for the rest of your life you gonna be in a goddamn jail cell and you gotta sit up here and do labor, hard work for the free. You don't even get paid for it. You lucky if they let you get a bath and give you a couple meals, but that's it. You fucked up. Oh, goddamn, you fucked up. Oh, goddamn. That is some diabolical shit. The thought of that would drive me insane. Like, You can't even get no goddamn stinky wings. You can't get nothing. You got to worry about, man, fuck that. You can't sit up and go drink you a nice, refreshing alcoholic beverage. You can't go out there and smoke you a goddamn blunt if you want to. You can't just go in the bathroom by your goddamn self. You got to have a motherfucker right there while you going to the man, come on, man. Come on, man. Come on, man. Man, look here, man. I don't know what's wrong with you cats nowadays that don't think on that level. You shouldn't be wanting to go to jail to be around no motherfucking hard legs in the first place. You should want to be around your woman and be outside and whatever born shit, what it is, I bet you still will have a peace of mind than being in fucking jail with no freedom. You got to sit up here and get on the phone and beg people to send you shit on your goddamn books. Some dumb shit. But I digress. I ain't about to go that far to it. But anyway, moving on to the next video. 14-year-old student goes berserk. All right. This is coming from Midwest Safety. Shout out to them for this body cam footage. Fair use allows me to critique and give my opinion about said video. Said video. Again, shout out to Midwest Safety for the body cam footage.
An officer responds to a high school for a 14-year-old student who allegedly assaulted her own teacher.
Good morning, sir. Good morning, how are you? Oh, PTK, it's Friday. Oh, yeah. And you?
I've been better, but thanks.
Mr. Dave, your company has arrived.
Excellent. Thank you, I appreciate it. The victim will be here in just a second. I just downloaded video. So how's your day going? Well, let's see, I'm starting off here.
He didn't even write the statement. He said that was the camera. I'll be honest with you. That's what he said.
No, you're not hurt? No injuries?
Yeah, my nose is bleeding. I just took the tissue out just now.
Okay, let's bleeding. So right here is Mark. Where's he at? He's standing right here. This is the best angle we have. Anaya, who ends up punching, that's the top of her head right there. Okay. In the red. And you're going to see his head move back right there. Yeah, I saw that. Okay, now let me show you the other incident that happened with her. This is the same girl.
So what's her malfunction then?
I told 10 kids they had ISS, and this is how she responded to it.
ISS is in-school suspension.
She calmed down at all? Or?
Right now, I think she's in a classroom. I'm not 100% sure.
She's in a class. She's actually in class?
Yeah.
Well, what do you want to do? Prosecute?
I do, yeah.
Well, what triggered her to hit you?
Man, I wish I could tell you.
No idea.
Because I was putting all these students.
With all those students going into?
No, those students were going back. And I was just standing at the door. And I told her, you have ISS. And she just, I mean, I didn't see it coming. But literally, you know, when somebody attacks you, you don't see it coming.
Yeah.
I'm just standing there saying, okay, go through Cal. The guy, Cal, get behind me. She connected with him as well. And she hit me because I guess I just picked my classes as well. I didn't see it coming.
Her parents notified?
I did speak to the mother
What she
right
said?
after this took saw my fault. I called her daughter this. I called her daughter that.
She said it's your fault?
Yes. Mother said her phone would be on and whatever happens. I said, well, you know, we're going to call on this. What she did was, you know, she assaulted staff.
Mm-hmm.
Explained the process to her mother as well, that I didn't give her ISS, but I read the list of the teachers that gave her ISS.
Mm-hmm.
That's part of my responsibility is to, you know, help students who have ISS and
Sure.
follow up with them in ISS.
Let me get started on this paperwork.
All righty, thank you.
Yep, I'll be back in a few minutes.
Thank you.
Yep, thanks, sir.
It's first thing in the morning, man. You guys got better things to deal with.
Nah, no worries. No worries, sir. Yep.
After the officer finishes his paperwork, he re-enters the high school, ready to transport the 14-year-old to a juvenile facility.
All right. She ready? You ready?
Yeah, let me find out where she is. Come on in. See if I can find her on the camera.
So she doesn't know?
I haven't said anything to her. I've been busy downloading video. She is down in this classroom. I can take you down there. Is there anything else you need?
Now, if you want to send the video to my email, would it be easy? Would it be easier if I didn't? If she doesn't want to do this in front of students, or
yeah, I can have somebody bring her out to the lobby. How's that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Or if you want to bring her in, you actually talk to her before I come in to kind of so she's not slain with this.
Sure.
If that makes sense.
I'll just go ahead and go over and get her. I'll be right back.
I'll stand out here.
Okay.
The student is now sent out of class down the hallway so the officer can make contact with her.
White ass. I do the same to you, bad boy. Take me back to class, I think, bro. Take me back to class, bro.
So you told her everything?
I told her what the charge was in.
All right, Miss, you come with me.
Ooh, bro.
I can start. Okay. You want to comply?
I'm not scared of taser.
Do you want to comply?
Don't touch me, bro.
Go to jail and you can come back
Miss
down.
Sydney!
Turn around.
I'm not going to jail if I ain't do nothing.
911. Send another unit.
Miss Sydney, call my mama, bro.
912.
Call my mama, bro. I didn't do nothing.
I'm not going to sit here and fight you because I know you're.
Shut the f up talking to me.
Excuse me?
Shut the f up talking to me. Bitch ass boy, get the f off me.
I don't know why I'm fighting for him. Get in the ground. Plain start. Why are you
Shut
acting?
the f up, bro, because I ain't do shit.
Okay, well, that's fine.
Yo, weak ass. Yo, weak as f.
That's right.
You weak as f. You weak as f. You weak as f. You weak as f. Oh my mom. You weak as f, bro.
Now, here's the thing, right? It didn't have to get to that point where they wrestling her down to the ground, right? She's 14 years old, ladies and gentlemen. Why not just get a hold to her mom or her dad and they come up to the school? So now that's gonna put CPS in her mama and her daddy's business when it comes down to her because she's still a minor. I mean, this part right here, I'm just not all the way in agreement. I understand they got to subdue her, they got to cuff her and all that, but like, she's still 14 though. You know she's gonna act out. She's gonna talk shit.
Miss Sydney, bro! Miss Sydney, bro!
Lack of respect. She would have been gone by now.
Miss Sydney! I didn't do anything! Miss Sydney, I didn't even...
See? She's 14, ladies and gentlemen. I'm sorry. Again, teenagers is going to be mischievous. They're going to act out. They're going to do what they do, right? I just don't see a scenario where this was all necessary. I don't see, I'm sorry. I'm not saying that they don't need to do their job, but with a 14-year-old, like, I just think that it could have been handled a different way.
Punch him in his face! Miss City, I didn't do anything! You can't let them do it! Baby, this is out of my control. I didn't do anything, Miss City! I didn't do anything!
See, I can't even joke about this because she's 14. Now, if she was grown, that'd have been a whole different ball game. But I can't even joke about this though. This is nothing to even joke about because I just don't get the scenario where they have to do all of this to a 14-year-old girl. Okay, fine. She was acting out in school. Okay. But damn, to do this, like, I'm sorry, y'all. I can't see it at all. But again, I'm not in that situation, so I don't all the way know. But I don't think all of this is necessary either, though.
I didn't, bro. I didn't even punch him. I knocked his glasses off his face. That's not even put my hands on him. Miss City, bro.
Roll it to him.
Miss City, bro. Miss City,
Survived my body cam breath during the altercation.
I didn't do anything.
I don't know what you're at, dude, process.
What's the charges? You know, out of all of this, did y'all hear the rhyme or reason of why they even putting her in handcuffs and taking her to jail? Because I haven't heard the rhyme or reason of why they even charging her and even putting her in handcuffs in the first place. Maybe I missed something. So, wait a minute. Hold on. Let me keep listening.
I know you don't. That's why you're in here.
Due to the student being 14 years old, the officer's supervisors are called to the scene to discuss the use of force.
So, start walking and running their mouth, and so I just went straight for my taser and just deployed it. I didn't deploy it, but I mean, I pulled it out. And I turned it on. She's like, I ain't scared of that. I'm like, all right, so I just put it back and just went hands on.
Where's she at?
Right here.
How's she acting right now?
She's not banging her head against the wall or anything. So
that's good. How'd your
I can't
camera
believe
break?
she's not right behind
It
us.
It ripped off. Yeah. You guys land on it?
Yeah, I did.
So it's not working?
It's working. It says ready.
There's yours on right now?
Yeah. I figure if she's sitting there, you know.
She's not saying she's hurt or anything?
I think they've got to talk to her just to make sure she's not injured or anything else, part of the use of force.
And you're good.
She didn't do anything to me.
Also, she didn't swing at you or nothing?
You okay?
Yeah.
All right.
What about him? For her? Basically, so I went in, got all the statements I needed for the assault. She was still in the classroom. I came back out, finished my paperwork. I went back in and said, hey, why don't you go get her and tell her first before I just show up at the classroom so she's at least aware of something.
Right.
And he brings her down. She's just pacing the hallway, and from there, she, no, I'm going back to the classroom, and I'm not going, and all this fun stuff. And so I waited a few minutes, and then eventually I followed her because she couldn't go anywhere. She just started running her mouth, and I just pulled my taser out, turned it on. She's like, I ain't afraid of that taser. You hit me all you want, I ain't afraid of it. I just put it back and just went hands on, tried to gain compliance, but she kept pulling, and I had help from Dave. We pinned her against the wall, and I put her to the ground.
What's her name?
Anita or Mr. I just call her Mr.
Miss. That's who she is?
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to ask her if she's injured and go from there. She right here?
Yeah.
I'm just going to put the window down.
Ohio, Henry King,
I'm Corporal Porzell. Are you hurt in any way, ma'am? I got to just make sure you're not hurt. Are you hurt in any way? Do you need an ambulance for any reason?
Why would she talk to y'all right now at this point and say anything? I need to really hear the rhyme or reason why they even putting her in cuffs and in the squad car for all of this. For a 14-year-old girl have to be in cuffs and be put up in the damn squad car. I got to hear the rhyme or reason behind all this.
Ma'am, do you need an ambulance for any reason? Are you hurt? Are you okay? Other than the fact you're in handcuffs, are you injured? No? Do you need something we can help you out with medically right now? Okay, so you're okay? Okay.
No, wait a minute. KTC, wait a minute. John, did you see the 14-year-old who shot and unalived a woman at the red light? No, I didn't see that. Oh, I missed that. KTC. No, I did not see nothing like that. God damn.
Thank you, Mr. She says she's not hurt. Well, she shook her head yes and no.
I'm just going to tack on and resist him then?
That's it, resisting and assault.
Okay.
Damn, with an 8 rating?
How are you? Doing well.
Nice. Get any drugs or alcohol in the last 24 hours? Sorry? Is this still affecting you now? Are you on any prescription medications?
You got anything on my coat here? No.
Roll, appreciate you with that $5 slap on the neck. Salute to you, Roll. Appreciate you tuning in to the show, man. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. This is outrageous. No attempt to call in the mama or the daddy. They just take her straight to jail. This is unheard of. Damn, mama and daddy don't even find out that their daughter got to go to jail. This is too much. Hey, Deja Vu, how you doing? Happy Wednesday to you.
I'll put that one down.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Let's go through this one.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
The suspect, 14-year-old Anaya, was charged with assault and resisting arrest. She is presumed innocent unless proven guilty in a court of law.
In most states, this doesn't just get brushed off. You're looking at charges like assault,
resisting possible time in juvenile detention, probation, and court-ordered programs. But once this crosses into the legal system, even as a juvenile, it changes everything. And now there's a record that can follow her into adulthood depending on how it's handled. And once a juvenile enters the system, it can normalize the process. And I can tell you, I've been to juvenile court numerous times for the same person. All right, I'm going to say something that might hit a little close for some people. A lot of parents rush to defend their child before they even understand what actually happened. And that right there, that's where this kind of behavior starts to grow. Because in my opinion, this didn't seem like it was a bad moment. This appeared as if it was just another day. This is a lack of structure, inconsistent accountability, and when real authority showed up, there was no breaks. Look at her response, verbal escalation, even inviting force. That's not confidence. That's someone who never really had consequences in a way that sticks. Fear starts to drop, and that line between I shouldn't and I'll just deal with the consequences gets thinner and thinner. So I got to ask the parents, are you building discipline at home?
Oh, yeah. Deja Vu, that was at the head of the show. That was at the beginning part of the show. You know, I'm going to leave my lives up. I don't, not other than being on members only or whatever, but normally I don't do all that. I just leave the lives up because, you know, I know people want to catch the replays of what's been said and all that. So, yes, at the beginning part of the show, I did discuss Kevin Hart. And I'm just going to be honest with you, Deja Vu. Kevin Hart is doing this for the money. Think about it. He supported George Floyd's family when that unfortunate incident happened. But then you sit up there with a white man and he says a joke about George Floyd, and you sit up there and kiki and kaka. Now again, just to paint the picture of what happened, right, is enough for a lot of people to be outraged. And I get that. But I also get the business side of what he did. He knew that people was going to be outraged about that joke. And guess what he's doing? He's running with it, though, Deja Vu. And people is going to run with it, and they're going to be outraged, right? Thank you, Deja Vu. I've been saying this already. I'm not a fan of him, of that non-funny man, in my opinion. I've been saying it, though, Deja Vu. I never found Kevin Hart to be funny. I never found him to be funny. So it's to me, right? Kevin Hart is only doing what he's doing and allowing what he's allowing because he needs to be in the algorithms. Look, ain't nobody been talking about no goddamn Kevin Hart. Ain't nobody been talking about no Kevin Hart. Okay? Let's just be totally honest. Kevin Hart, if you do talk about him, you talk about him in conjunction with Drewski and Kai Cenat. No, it's still no, Deja Vu, you ain't switched nothing. This just the part of where I was going at with the show. I did that. It's all good. But this has been talked about, and it's a lot of black people that's outraged about Kevin Hart. But if I'm going to be honest, the only thing, Deja Vu, when he went on the Breakfast Show, this is where I had a problem with Kevin Hart, right? When Kevin Hart went on the Breakfast Club and had that interview with them, right? When Charlamagne asked him, do you think Tony with that George Floyd joke went too far? And when Kevin Hart answered back and said, that's Tony. I don't expect no more, or I don't expect none less. It's like, bro, what? Wait, what? Like, no, bro, that ain't it. You had the chance to call that man out for that distasteful joke that he laid out on George Floyd. But instead of him doing that, he deflected. Hey, I didn't say it, so what we tripping about? You feel what I'm saying? And guess what? He's right. He didn't say it. He didn't say it. But guess what? You showed the fuck didn't call that shit on out either. And I already know why you didn't call it out, because you need the clicks and views and monetary gain off of that situation, because Kevin Hart, you haven't been relevant for a while, bro. Everybody else has been talked about more than you, Kevin Hart. Kevin Hart, I'm sorry to tell you, bro, but you're not popping, bro. You had your time, bro. Go ahead on with your businesses or whatever and do what the fuck you gonna do. But bro, you didn't have your time. Go sit the fuck down somewhere. You put that on out here for people to see and hear. You laugh and caca and kiki. So then you gotta take it for what it is. You gotta take it for what it is. Give y'all my final thoughts. I'll be right on back. Now, Carlos, if you hear me talk a certain way, right? Carlos, if I sit up here and say, and you hear me religiously say that I will never support a sex offender, right? And then I turn around, because the money is good, I support a sex offender. You ain't gonna call that on out? Now, maybe if I ask you that way, Magnificent Mal, I'm a comedian in my own way. I may not be up there on their level, but I think I'm hella funny. Yeah, I think I'm hella funny. I'm so hella funny, I'm going to time your dumb ass out for 10 seconds for even saying that shit up in my damn chat. I didn't say that I was a bona fide comedian around here. The fuck? I didn't say that I was a bona fide comedian around here, but I'm funny in my own goddamn right. I don't, look, fuck you then. And I guess you would say that. You don't pay shit up in this motherfucker. So let me go ahead and get your ass the fuck up out of here then. You don't donate shit over here any goddamn way. So since you don't find me funny, let me hurry up and get your ass the fuck up out of here. Since you don't find me funny, cool. You got every right not to find me funny. But let me hurry up and get your ass the fuck up out of here then, since you don't find me funny. Fuck up out of here. Get the fuck up out of here. I don't give a fuck what you find funny. Get your dumb ass up out of here, man. Boy, sometimes I do be getting tired of you motherfucking trolls. Y'all think y'all just gonna come up here and say all type of old dumb shit? Like I'm sitting up here acting like I'm a real paid comedian. I know I ain't no real paid comedian. I know everybody ain't gonna find me funny, so fucking what? If you don't find me funny, get the fuck out. Fuck we talking about here? I don't want nobody that ain't picking up what I'm putting down. If you ain't picking up what I'm putting down, drop it on the ground and move around. The fuck? Lousy motherfuckers. You got lousy motherfuckers that tell you ain't funny, ain't paid you a motherfucking cent. Ain't paid you nothing and tell you ain't funny. You ain't paid me a motherfucking dime, but tell me, oh, you ain't funny. You ain't like those comedians. Get your stupid ass up out of here. Fuck you. Pay me some fucking money then, and then tell me I ain't funny. Then I'll go along with your bullshit, but you coming over here for the free telling me I ain't funny? Fuck you. The fuck on. Sick of you motherfuckers. I ain't funny. Oh, okay. Well, why the fuck you over here with my unfunny ass then? If I'm not funny, then why the fuck you tuned in to the show? The fuck? I ain't gonna be nowhere where I think it ain't funny. The fuck? If it ain't funny, I ain't there. I ain't even tuned in to it. But this old raggedy mouth motherfucker wanna come on in talking about, you're not a real comedian, so you don't get paid. Get your dumb ass up out of here. I don't give a fuck about none of that shit. I'm funny to the people that loves my content, motherfucker. You don't like it? Cool. Take your freeloading ass on the fuck up out of here then. Sick of these motherfuckers, man. Deja vu with the $4.99. Well, let me pay my dues. Oh, God damn. Oh, God damn. Man, no, was a goddamn comedian that's getting paid lots of money for me telling jokes on the internet, I never said that. I never said that. So it was like, bro, you went too far with it. You trying to insult me. Now I got to get you the fuck up out of here. The fuck? Like, look, Carlos, I understand that. I know I'm not funny to everybody. I get that. But, bro, you coming over here for the free to tell me I ain't funny. Fuck you. You getting the fuck on up out of here. Okay? Trying to hear no motherfucker that don't donate, don't do nothing, but want to throw all the goddamn insults in the world at me and shit. Like, no, get the fuck on then. Bye. Damn, Carlos, is you gonna stay around a motherfucker giving you content and you picking up on it? Is you gonna be around if he ain't funny? Damn, that's what tells you right there. Like, these motherfuckers will try to sit up here and sully your name for no reason. Okay, cool. You don't find me funny. Cool. Move on then. You might find somebody else funny. Cool. I'm not going to sit up here and get mad because you say I'm not funny. But for you to sit up here and think and you going to type up in the chat and you going to say this, say that, and then say that. So then why the fuck is you around a motherfucker that ain't funny? The fuck? Like, bro, I don't understand that. People try to say whatever to get you all riled up. And then when you give him the smoke, then what? It don't mean shit because he did all of that shit for his own sick, dumb ass entertainment. So I hope that I gave you the entertainment that you wanted. Because who gives a fuck about you thinking that I ain't funny? Fuck you. Bye. It was funny for me to get rid of your ass up out my chat. Ha ha. Bye bye. I bet that was funny to tell you to get the fuck on about my chat. You didn't find me funny, cool. But I found it funny to tell you to get the fuck up out my chat. Bye-bye. Fuck out of here. Bye. You don't find me funny? Boo, boo. Throw tomatoes, all that shit. Okay, cool. Bye-bye. That still ain't gonna stop me from doing my damn show. See you the fuck later. Bye-bye. You only one person that's sitting up here saying that you don't find me funny. Okay. Exit stage left. Get the hell on up out of here then. Bye-bye. The fuck? I don't know how else to say it to a person. Bye-bye. Shit. The fuck? I only want people that's gonna pick up on the content any goddamn way. You hating sons of bitches, y'all just waiting on the opening so y'all can get a reaction. Well, you got one. Fuck you. Bye. Time your dumb ass out. Now you can't type in the chat. Now you can't troll. Now you can't do nothing. Why? Because you had to say some old dumb shit. Fuck up out of here. Bye-bye. See you the fuck later. All right, cool. The fuck? Oh, look, wait, hold on. Hold on, y'all. Before I get up out of here. Before I get up out of here, I think y'all appreciate this one right here. Glenda! Glenda hit me on the side of the neck, ladies and gentlemen. And then Glenda gonna say, JB, take your unfunny and hungry ass and go get you some cheap eats from Wendy's. Damn. Oh, Glenda ain't shit. Glenda ain't shit. But Glenda, before I take my unfunny ass to go get me some goddamn Wendy's and shit, let me show this video real quick. Let me show this little short. Before I get on up out of here. All right? Hold on. I'm about to play it right goddamn now. Hold on. Oh man, I think y'all all gonna laugh at this one right here. Oh goddamn, this shit funny. Shout out to Brittany for this almost 2-minute video right here.
Baby, I was on TikTok minding my business, scrolling, and I seen my girl had found some square burgers at Walmart. I said, oh, baby, let me go ahead and try these. When she said they taste like Wendy's burgers, I said, oh, baby, we got Wendy's at home. Oh, yes. Y'all know I love to save a coin, so let me go ahead and try this out real quick. Now, baby, these ain't nothing but some frozen burgers. What you gonna do? You gonna get you a little griddle or a little pan. It does not matter. And you gonna season them bad boys. You gonna use whatever seasonings you want. You should already know that. Now, what I chose to use, I used a little bit of seasoning salt, a little bit of garlic powder, and a little bit of onion powder. Once those patties finish cooking on one side, what you gonna do? You gonna flip them bad boys over and you gonna season it again on the other side. Baby, if you don't want to use seasonings, don't use none. Baby, since this is Wendy's at home, I decided to do me some grilled onions on the side, baby. If you don't want no onions, don't make none. And of course, I had to do me some bacon. Because I'm gonna make a little baconator, a little triple baconator, and then I'm gonna do a little, I don't know who Dave's is, so baby, we're gonna do a Brittany's combo. I also did do me some homemade fries on the side, baby, which are the best fries, but I ain't gonna lie, if I had some freezer bag fries, baby, best believe I would have made those, but baby, I had to do what I had to do. Now, this is me making Bay play. I'm making him the double baconator. I don't know why I said triple. I meant double baconator with his little bacon. I added bacon on both patties, 2 bacons on each patty, added him some grilled onions, a little bit of ketchup and mustard, and some fries, and baby, there go his burger. Now for me, baby, I'm going to make my burger, but baby, I'm doing a single. I know my back big, but I can't eat all that meat. So what I did, I added me a little bit of lettuce, I added me some bacon, I added me some grilled onions, I added me a little bit of mayo, I added me some ketchup, and baby, my burger is done. Baby, when I tell you these burgers taste just like Wendy, she was not lying. I don't know how they taste exactly like Wendy's, but when I tell you, baby, we got Wendy's at home, and I think they lied about that frozen meat. I'm just saying.
I'm trying to tell you, hey, Carlos, don't knock it till you try it. Just get you a square burger, man, and stop being like that, Carlos. Goddamn. Take your ass to Wendy's. Now, I don't know if you got White Castle on down there, but take your ass to Wendy's. Now you a vegan. Ain't that some shit? Wasn't you just on Memorial Day cooking some damn pork ribs? Wait a minute. Come on, Carlos. Now, wait a minute. We ain't gonna play that game, right? Wasn't you just on Memorial Day cooking some pork ribs? Come on, man. You was cooking pork ribs on Memorial Day. Now, all of a sudden, he is a goddamn vegan. See how much Carlos be capping? See, damn. The real Carlos say, there is a White Castle in Orlando. Now, I don't know if Carlos in Orlando, though, the real Carlos. But it ain't got to still be some type of White Castle somewhere around there. So he didn't see, I bet you some Wendy's. Motherfucker gonna talk about some vegan. He ain't no damn vegan when you was just sitting up here cooking on the damn grill some goddamn pork ribs and shit. Oh, look. hold on, the real Carlos, you pardon yourself. The Tampa don't have White Castle, but they got Wendy's though. You still didn't say they got no Wendy's. Everywhere got Wendy's though, Carlos. We ain't gonna let you go around that part. Yeah, Carlos. You got a Wendy's on down there. Talking about some damn vegan ribs. Man, go ahead on. Vegan chicken. Man, I ain't about to keep going with you with that shit, man. You don't eat no goddamn Wendy's. I know it's a Wendy's on down there where you at, though. All right, well, vegan it on then, my nigga. I don't give a fuck, man. Hey, that's your eating habit. I got mine. So I don't give a damn what your eating habit is. You want to be vegan? You want to be a fake vegan on the internet, knowing damn well you be putting pork ribs on the goddamn grill? Hey, have at it. Now, you know damn well, EV, Carlos ain't no damn vegan. That man eats all the goddamn pork, all the goddamn beef, all the goddamn chicken. Please take him seriously. Get the hell up out of here. Eat up all the goddamn meats. Pause. Shit. So, hey. Man, go ahead on. See, Carlos, that's why I don't fuck with you, man. Because, see, you don't even be keeping it real. Okay? You don't even be keeping it real. You could tell us any goddamn thing. Whole time you going to goddamn Wendy's to get you a double goddamn cheeseburger. Squared in a motherfucker. We wouldn't know that, so that's why I ain't taking you seriously. I don't give a damn what you tell me on here. You could do completely different when you get up off this goddamn mouth. Yeah, this motherfucker ain't gonna know I went to goddamn Wendy's and got me a square burger. Yeah, I'm gonna talk shit about him eating the square burger whole time. He been eating the square burger the whole goddamn time, ladies and gentlemen. He been eating a square burger the whole goddamn time, trying to ridicule me on eating square burgers. Whole time, he been eating some goddamn square burgers the whole time from Wendy's. Like, go ahead on, man. Like, I you know, because he really be trying to drive down on me on these goddamn square burgers. And I was really trying to figure out, bro, you got a Wendy's down there where you at in Tampa. Bro, it's not unheard of that you ain't never saw a square burger. You're lying. Like, bro, get your lying ass up out of here. What the fuck? Bro, you see, this I know you cap. Bro, Wendy's been out forever. Wendy's been every goddamn where. So everybody knows that Wendy's burgers is square. So you're not going to sit up here and tell me you ain't never saw no goddamn square burger. I didn't believe it when you said it then. I called you cap then, and I'm going to call you cap now. You're lying. Wendy's been around for the longest and has square burgers. Okay, fine. You ain't got no White Castle. God damn it, you done seen the square burger. Yeah, ain't no protest shit. Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. Man, go ahead on, man. See, that's why I don't fuck with you, Carlos, because you be full of shit, man. You be full of shit. Talking about he ain't seen no goddamn square burger in his life. We ain't never heard of it down there. I'm sitting up here thinking to myself, my nigga, you got a Wendy's down there, so I know goddamn well you done heard about a square burger. Like, go ahead on, man. Like, go ahead on, man. Man, like, go ahead on, man. No, man, look, Carlos, save all that shit, man. Look, I'm only going off of what you said. You said a square burger to you was unheard of. You never saw a square burger. Bro, you lying, because you didn't saw the commercials of the Wendy's burgers, and they square. So that's how I know you cap. That's why I'm like, bro, go ahead on with all that bullshit, man. Go ahead on, Carlos. You be on that bullshit, and everybody knows it. But anyway, that's my time, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to get the hell on up out of here. If y'all pick it up what old Johnny Blaze is putting down, please hit that like button. Please hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. We like to have fun on over here. Good, clean fun. No malice. Nobody going on over the top. I ain't going to do all that. But shout out to y'all, man. Appreciate y'all, man. For JB2 reactions, man, I'm up out of here, man. I'm gone. I'm leaving. No, I would prefer Wendy's over Burger King, EV. Wendy's over Burger King all day long. And I like Burger King too, but I like Wendy's a little bit better. Salute to the chat. JB2 reactions is gone.